Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'll walk you through the detailed initial screening process that a journal editor performs on a new manuscript submission in Open Journal System or OJS. So whether you are a journal editor new to OJS or you're looking to polish your process, this step-by-step guide is for you. So let us begin. So the first step is to log into the OJS editorial dashboard. Since I already have my username, as you can see on the screen, I'm going to log in, and my username is there and my password, and I hit the login button. So once you are logged in, you will see your editorial dashboard showing your assigned submissions and tasks. In this case, we only have one assigned submission, so we will go right into it. So if you have many submissions, you can use the filter. As you can see here, maybe you have 20 or 50 submissions. You can use the filter to filter out, or to search, or you can use the search to find the particular submission quickly. So this depends on the number of submissions that you have. So the second step now, is to access the new submission. So we are going to click on the view button to access more details about that particular submission. So I'm clicking on the view button. So this is an unprocessed manuscript that has been submitted. It has not yet been processed. So the very first thing that you're going to do when you're here is to click on the manuscript. You want to screen to open the details, to see the details, or to view the details, the full submission details. So I have downloaded it to my computer. I click on it and it opens. So this is the manuscript. So while here, we go to step 3. The step 3 is on the submission page, we start reviewing the metadata. And the metadata includes the title, the abstract. As you can see, the title is here that I've highlighted. Maybe I just make it bold as the title. This is what you're looking at. You are looking at the abstract, which is this section up to that particular session. So you're also looking at the keywords. These are the keywords, and the author list. That one might be here. This is the list of authors. The main author is that particular person by the name of Dr. Jane Joroge, Department of Ophthalmology, University of Nairobi, and so on and so forth. And then the co-authors are these ones, Dr. Peter Okoth and Dr. Mary Karanja. So those are the things that you're looking at to check for completeness and accuracy. So that is the third step. And then while on the third step, you're going to skim through the full manuscript and any other supplementary files that have been uploaded by the author. It could be an image or a table, whatever other supplementary files that have been uploaded. But in this case, we only have this one document that has been uploaded. And so you're going to skim through it to ensure that the manuscript file is readable, complete, and follows the journal, JOEXA journal formatting guidelines. So after you are satisfied, you skimmed through the whole process, we'll go back to our OJS system. And so the fourth step is to perform a desk check for scope and compliance. The fourth step is to perform a desk check for scope and compliance. So you're going to ask yourself several questions as the journal editor. Does this manuscript align with the journal scope and aims? Does this manuscript align with the journal scope and aim? Second question could be something like, is the submission original and suitable for peer review? Is the submission original and suitable for peer review? And then the third question would be something like, have the authors complied with the submission guidelines for formatting, file types, and metadata? Have the authors complied with the submission guidelines for formatting, file types, and metadata? So if the manuscript is outside the scope or clearly unsuitable, you can decide to decline it at this stage. So you can decline the submission if it doesn't meet those three key questions. So the first one, we say, does this manuscript align with the journal scope and aims? Is the submission original and suitable for peer review? And the third one is, have the authors complied with the submission guidelines for formatting, file types, and metadata? So we either if they don't meet these key questions, then you can choose to decline that submission at this point as the journal editor. Now, the fifth thing that you may want to conduct is a plagiarism check. So you can use the integrated plagiarism detection tools in OJS. In this case, we don't have a plagiarism detection tool configured in the OJS. This particular one does not have, but there are tools outside the OJS that can help you to conduct a plagiarism check. So you can use an external software to verify the originality of the manuscript. If there's significant plagiarism that you have detected using whatever tool, this could be grounds for immediate rejection. So you can decline that submission on the ground that there's some significant plagiarism that has been detected. So you may want to, I'm sure that there are tools that are available online, and there are tools that are, one pays for. You can download it on your desktop or download it in a machine or use an online tool, and you can pay for it. There's some which are free, there's some which are you can pay for. So now we are at the process of making, or step 6 now is the making an initial editorial decision. And here you have several options. So the option number 1, editorial, for initial editorial decision as the journal editor, is to assign to a section editor, or you self-assign. So you can continue to play the role of journal editor, or you can assign to a section editor. And you can see that there are 2 section editors here. This is the section editor, or you can assign to an editor. You can assign to an editor. So so that is the first one. So if you are to assign, you know that the first of all, the submission meets the standards, the required standards. Then you can proceed now to either self-assign, or you can assign to an editor. So if you wanted to assign to an editor, you click on assign, and it will list for you the editors who are available in the OJS, in the OJS system for JOEXA, the JOEXA OJS. So